Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in today. It is December the 31st of 2024. Woo-hoo! Now, usually I'm not big on the whole New Year's thing because, yeah, like that song says, nothing changes New Year's Day, right? But here's my thing. This is going to be an excellent year in 2025. And I feel it's going to be the year of the ISO coins and Monero. Now, some of you are like, what? Because I love Monero, and I love the ISO coins for how they're intended to be. That's a big one. Now, first let me discuss some really good news I got last night, thanks to Wade Teamer from DHN Crypto. Huge shout out to you, Wade. Now, he brought up some good news that in 2025 we're going to have some real DeFi on Algorand, Hedera, or I should say Algo, HBAR, XLM, and XRP. That is extremely important due to their use cases. We need to have staking on those platforms. We need it badly. Why? Because we can't, like with XRP, for example, we can't just have big banks going out there and controlling the market. That's from everything that I could glean from all these papers on XRP. That's not what it's intended to do. And a good example of that is why the JP Morgan coin was rejected. The smaller regional banks, which are the lifeblood of America, that give you the mortgages, that help you start your business, the credit unions, which now a lot of people think they're the same thing. They're really not. And there's a bit of enmity between them, but that's a topic for another discussion. But let's just focus on the small regional bank. They provide an extremely necessary service for the everyday person. So if you have a JPM coin, that JPM coin is going to be rejected by the smaller banks because they don't want to use the big bank coin. And you could totally get that. I mean, if you're a small little regional bank that is always fighting for market share and you got the big bully on the block and he says, use my coin, you're not going to use it. No, not a chance. And that's where XRP truly levels the playing field within institutions. The financial institutions, and that includes the credit unions. There's one credit union that I belong to that I think does have RippleNet. There's another one that does not. And I think that we're going to see a big shakeout even in the credit unions, all financial institutions. And here's where staking comes in. We can't let the big banks have control of staking with XRP. Because if we do, they're going to just run the whole show. We can't have that. And why is this lady doing 30 and a 35? Hey, Granny. Oh, gosh. Anyway, now XLM, we're going to have the same principle applied to this. Why? Look at how it's being used. You have a lot of, now, however you fall on the political and socio-political spectrum, you cannot deny that XLM is the liberal coin. It's the UN coin. You hear the leaders of XLM speak, and it's like you're in a liberal convention. Now, XLM's use case is spectacular. We can't have it controlled by one belief system. Libertarians, which are very different from liberals, don't get them confused, ladies and gentlemen, would love the idea of XLM. Why? You got a refugee situation, a crisis situation, whether it's I'll say organic or manufactured, and you have the poor everyday person struggling. Well, we don't need to have the UN distribute XLM to Ukraine, but we do need good people to put their money where it counts. Now, I'm all for representative government, but there comes a time where you got to be responsible. Oh, good, little old lady, get out of the way. Oh, good. Bye-bye. Now, I don't want to get too much into reasons for Algo and Hedera, Algo and HBAR. What I'll say is for HBAR, you don't want to have a club. We've seen that happen before with Ethereum, where you get like an Ethereum club that controls pretty much, essentially whales. But once whales know each other, they start hanging out with each other. Next thing you know, it's a cabal. And we can't risk having that in Hedera. Hashgraph, some people would argue we already got that going on. So something's going on with this. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. Sorry. Now, let's just put that to the side, because I think we all get it now. By having staking, the individual person is empowered and is not beholden to essentially a bully, whether that bully is government, a cabal, what have you. Staking is the opportunity for the everyday person to advance their life further. Now, parallel with that, mining on Monero. Now, what is Monero for those that don't know? It is the OG privacy coin and the original Bitcoin 2.0, or at least the first one called that. Now, Litecoin was called Bitcoin Lite. Litecoin, I would say, still has a use case. There used to be something, I was just discussing this with MetaMan X on X. There was something called Phoenix Coin, which was sort of like a cousin to the Mana Coin. And Phoenix Coin, I think, was a wonderful coin. It just, a great community, fabulous community. It just didn't take off. I don't know why. And I always say, you would buy you buy your house with Bitcoin. You would buy the refrigerators and other heavy-duty appliances with Litecoin. And the food in the fridge, you use Phoenix Coin. Oh, and how do you print out the deed? Raven Coin. And it was like this whole thing. I did that for years, trying to explain crypto to people. But we do need to have privacy. Why? Let's go back to the refugee example. You have a right to believe whatever you want to believe, to take whatever side you want. That side might not be the popular one. Sometimes the oppressed people, supporting them is not popular. But if you have a conscience, you support the everyday person. Now, what if your neighbors, what if your government doesn't want you to support that poor refugee family? Just using this refugee thing as an example. Monero steps in. Because sometimes nobody needs to know. Sometimes you do the right thing, you don't tell anybody about it. Frank Sinatra was very well known for doing that. He would go visit an orphanage, and then like a certain amount of time later, there was a check from somebody unknown, one of his secret accounts, and it was a bit of money. Jackie Gleason did it with cash. Loved Jackie Gleason. I met him as a kid. Wonderful, wonderful man. But yes, sometimes nobody needs to know, and you can't just allow a tool to be taken away from you. It's very akin to how people argue for physical cash. Now, I personally love the idea of physical cash. how, there are some deeper questions about how physical cash is going to work in a digital society. But I think we need to figure out a way, because we have the right to spend our money as we see fit. I'm very libertarian, or at least I lean very libertarian. However, get back to the point. This is going to be the era for ISO and Monero. People are going to see the use cases. They're going to see the value in all of that. It's going to advance society, but we have to stay vigilant. We have to petition the government. We have to have a digital Bill of Rights. We definitely need to press the new administration that if they're going to go digital, which we definitely think that they are on this channel, that we need a digital Bill of Rights. And we can debate whether or not we have privacy on it. I think we should. Some sense of anonymity and pseudonymity. Pseudonymous, in other words, not fully anonymous. We need to have all those things. All those things that we take for granted here in the United States need to be enunciated in the Digital Bill of Rights. So, this new year coming in is going to be spectacular. We have a lot of opportunities going on here. With Monero, I love Monero. There are a couple ways you can mine it. You could do it directly in the wallet, which is not done as much with other cryptos as you would hope, but part of it's because computer systems are really not built well. But that's a whole topic for another discussion as well. You can learn to code a little bit. I'm not saying go out there and try to become a developer, like I didn't do well in trying, but if you go out and you learn to code a little bit, you end up learning a few things, such as how to mine Monero on a couple of different machines. And they have a vibrant community in Monero. Great community. They're very protective of Monero, and that's a good thing. So yes, to tidy this all up, this new year, great opportunities. We have staking coming to ISO coins. The sooner the better. Not just to get rich, but to also make the world a better place. Same thing with Monero. Don't believe the creepy crawly people who say crypto is for criminals. What a bunch of balderdash. Crypto is for freedom-loving people who do not want to be run by the government. And the government hates that, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope I've explained the parallels to you, why we need all this. And just keep fighting on. Leave me comments below, please. I want to hear your questions, your comments, how you feel about my thesis that the everyday guy needs to get heavy duty into the ISO and Monero. Let me know. I would appreciate it. I got a amber light from hell here sometimes. All right. Stay awesome. I appreciate all of you. Go ahead, please. Of course, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. And remember, hold on to what you got. Don't let anyone take it away from you. Peace.